Welcome back to Secrets in the Dark, where we delve into the mysteries of the most infamous crimes in history. I'm your host Meg, and today we're uncovering the tragic case of JonBenet Ramsey. On Christmas night in 1996, in the quiet town of Boulder, Colorado, a horrific crime took place. JonBenet Patricia Ramsey, a 6-year-old beauty pageant contestant, was found dead in the basement of her family's home. This case quickly became one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries in American history. Let's go through the sequence of events that led to the discovery of her body. In the early morning of December 26, 1996, Patsy Ramsey, JonBenet's mother, called 911 in a panic to report her daughter missing. She had found a ransom note demanding $118,000 for JonBenet's safe return. The note was unusually long, written on a paper from the Ramsey home, and demanded a specific amount of money that matched John Ramsey's recent bonus. The police arrived and conducted a cursory search of the house but did not find JonBenet. Later that afternoon, John Ramsey, JonBenet's father, found her body in the basement. She had been strangled and had a severe head injury. The scene was gruesome. JonBenet was found with a garrote made from paintbrush handle and a piece of cord around her neck. Her mouth was covered with duct tape and her wrists were loosely bound. So this is where the first problem has already been arisen for me. So they've called 911 and there's a ransom note laying there from a piece of paper from home. So someone in already, if I'm from a police report and I've seen this, well, to me, someone has come in, broken in, found a piece of paper, written a ransom note, taken the kid. But is also unusually long, so that arises concerns. And the second bit is that, they've called the police and the police have come and searched the home, but obviously they haven't searched fully because then later JonBenet's father, John, went and found her body in the basement. So did the police purposely not look in the basement? Did they not think to look in the basement? And why did John go down into the basement? Was he looking for her, or was he looking for just something else, or did he know she was down there? Which entails into the investigation was so complicated and controversial. There was so many different theories, so many documentaries that have been done on this, and it took forever. So the initial police response was criticised for mishandling the crime scene, which was compromised by the number of people allowed into the home, so including the friends of the family. Key pieces of evidence included the ransom note, the garrote, and signs of potential struggle, but no signs of forced entry were found. There were two primary theories. The family theory suggested that someone in the Ramsey household, such as John, Patsy, or JonBenet's older brother, Burke, was responsible for the crime. This theory was based on the unusual ransom note and the fact that JonBenet was found in her own home. On the other hand, the intruder theory proposed that it was an unknown perpetrator entered the house and committed the crime, supported by unidentified DNA found on JonBenet's clothing and a possible open window in the basement. So the family theory is the most famous theory. Everybody thinks, everyone often thinks the older brother did it. Some people think the parents did it, and they both have their pros and cons to the theories, and I'll get to mine soon. And with the DNA, it was unidentified male DNA was found on JonBenet's underwear and leggings, but it did not match any family members or known suspects. Handwriting analysis of the ransom note was inconclusive about whether Patsy Ramsey wrote it. Behavioural experts were divided on whether the crime scene and the behaviour of the family members fit the profile of an intruder or an insider. So the DNA is a whole nother story. So there's a thing about the police report and they took all the mum, the brother, and the dad. They took their DNA, but, like, it didn't get submitted. It didn't actually happen. Like, their DNA hadn't been tested. So they don't actually know if it matches. It's very interesting. It's very odd indeed. Like, it missed out. So, like, they didn't test the families. It didn't get tested. So, but that was separate to the unidentified male DNA found on her leggings and underwear. And because of this thing about the family's DNA, that's why everyone is very suspicious of that it was of the family theory, as well as the ransom note, like the Patsy Ramsey theory. I'm, like, skeptical because, like, how do you not know if she wrote it? And the behavioural experts, they were divided on if the family, like, fitted the profile of an intruder or an insider. And that's a hard one for them. You wouldn't know because, like, they could. It really depends on the case because, like, they're an insider, but of an intruder. Like, intruders are, like, they're angry, they want to get in there, take things. Insider is textbook. It's calculated. I feel like they're very two different types of things, which is, like, why they were very divided on the behaviour and, like, the type of crime scene it was, because it was, in fact, in the own home. If it was outside of the home and, like, she was taken, kidnapped, I think it'd be it would be less focused on if it was the family, and it'd be more on someone that has something against the family. Which the several of suspects and theories have emerged. So there's 3 types. So John Mark Carr. In 2006, John Mark Carr falsely confessed to the murder, but he was dismissed as a suspect when his DNA did not match the evidence. To me, this is, like, so confusing. Why would you confess to a murder? He must have, which I hope they really delve into that, which I believe they did. Like, if you confess to it, but you didn't do it. So I have a theory that he was covering someone up. Like, if he knew the person that did it, like, what if he had links to the family and he knew that, like, a family member did it or someone outside actually did do it and he knew that. So he was like, I'll cover it up. Is that not smart? And then the other one is investigator Lou Smith proposed the intruder theory, suggesting an unknown perpetrator entered the house through a broken window in the basement, which is very interesting. So the broken window very much connects to an intruder theory, but it could be the insider family because they may have broken the window to make it seem like it was an intruder. And let's get to mine. I think it was the brother. I talk to people all the time about this. Most people think it's the brother just because apparently there's something about him. Just this is the older brother. She had money. She was very famous for her pageants, and the older brother just didn't have much to do with it. Apparently there's things about him kind of being angry, and I believe it was the brother. I don't think the parents would do it. They were very, very loving parents and very for her, and they don't like the behavioural experts, they don't seem like the people that would do that. They don't have that textbook intruder and killer, but to me, it's like the brother just seems very, very odd. And it seems like kind of the opportunity, if the parents fall asleep, the little sister, you take the little sister down, commit the crime, provide the ransom note to make it seem like someone's taken her, and break a window. It seems like, to me, it's definitely a family member. I feel like it would have been too hard to do it if you're an intruder. Especially the window. Like, the window didn't seem too big when you see a photo of it. And the fact that it was in a basement, if you're an intruder, the intruder must know that there's a basement in the house, which is another reason why I think it was a family member, aka the brother. People have their theories that it's the dad, and over the years there've so many TV specials, documentaries on it, and like the father still alive, he did one not that long ago about finding like the new DNA and like all these new technologies able to like try and track down the DNA. They weren't so successful with it, but it is to my belief that the father does believe that Burke did it, the brother, which is crazy, like for a father to think that. Well, and the fact is the case has remained a subject of public interest and speculation for over 2 decades, which just shows like how famous and like how much it has taken over American history. And it is absolutely crazy. Anyway, so today we've explored the tragic and unsolved mystery of JonBenet Ramsey. Will we ever find out who killed her? Only time will tell. Thank you for joining us on this journey on one of America's most baffling cases. Thank you for listening to Secrets in the Dark.